Imagine you're driving down the highway in a perfectly good car, maybe 5 or 6 years old. It's got like 50 or 60,000 miles on it, sure, but it runs smoothly. The AC works just fine and there's nothing wrong with it. Meanwhile, the guy next to you in his brand new luxury SUV, he is gripping the steering wheel not because he loves the car, but because he's stressing over his $900 monthly payment. But you're free. No car payments, no financial stress, no dealership trying to upsell you on features that you don't need. And while others are caught in the endless cycle of debt and upgrades, you've got full control over your money. But wait, society has convinced us that if we're not driving the latest car with more screens than a Best Buy store, then we're failing at life, right? So let's break that lie, because the truth is owning an old car is one of the smartest financial moves you can make. So today I'm breaking down 4 reasons why driving a slightly older car can help you achieve financial freedom. But before we get into it, make sure to please hit the subscribe button, and I'm going to say this again. It is free, unlike the car loans. Now let's dive in. Number 1, old cars are financial superpowers. Let's clear up a big misconception. People love to treat old cars like ticking time bombs, but in reality, they are financial superpowers in disguise. And here's why. There's this thing called depreciation, the silent money killer. Buying a brand new car is like throwing stacks of cash into a bonfire and then wondering why it's so warm. The second you drive a new car off the lot, it loses 20 to 30% of its value instantly. Not over months, not over weeks, but in the time it takes you to get home from the dealership. Now let's put that into perspective. Imagine you buy a brand new iPhone for $1,000. The moment you open the box and turn it on, its resale value drops to $700. You haven't even used it yet, but you have already lost $300. Feels bad, right? That's exactly what happens when you buy a new car. Except instead of losing a few $100, you're waving goodbye to thousands. And the bleeding doesn't stop there. Even if you never drive your new car, it still loses value every single day. Your car is depreciating while you're eating lunch, sleeping, or watching Netflix. After 1 year, your car is worth 30% less. After 3 to 5 years, it has lost 50% of its value. And after 10 years, it's worth pennies compared to what you originally paid. But here's the trick. If you buy a car that's already a few years old, you skip the biggest depreciation hit. You get all the benefits of a reliable vehicle without paying the brand new tax. Then there are monthly car payments. The average car payments in the US is $742 per month. That's almost $9,000 per year. Over 5 years, that adds up to $45,000. The average car payment in Canada is $880 per month because we do not like to stay behind our neighbors. That's $10,560 per year. Over 5 years, that adds up to $52,800. So let's put that in simple terms. Would you rather A, drive a slightly older car that still runs perfectly fine, or B, set around $40,000 or $50,000 on fire for absolutely no reason? Because financially, they are the same thing. When you own your car outright, your money stays in your pocket. No monthly payments, no stress, no lenders breathing down your neck. And even if you finance a used car, it has way cheaper price, which means you can afford a larger down payment, resulting in much smaller monthly payments. So it's still a win for you. New cars don't just cost more to buy, they cost more to keep. And here's why. Insurance is higher because the car is worth more. A brand new car means higher premium, so you're not just paying more upfront, you're paying every single month. Then repairs are more expensive because modern cars are packed with unnecessary tech. A tiny sensor malfunction can cost hundreds or even thousands to fix. A single bumper replacement on a modern car can cost over $2,500 easily because of the fancy sensors inside. Then there are registration fees, which are higher because governments like to take a bigger cut for newer, more expensive vehicles. Now let's compare that to an old car. Insurance, lower because your car isn't worth as much. Repairs, cheaper because older cars have fewer overcomplicated gadgets. A new car makes you paranoid about every little ding and dent. But if someone scratches your old car, Who cares? Registrations way less because you're not paying the new car tax. So you're in control. You decide when to fix things. You're not logged into expensive insurance plans. You're not handing over excessive money to the government. Now, let me know in the comments what's the oldest car that you have ever driven. Bonus points if it had a cassette player. Moving on to number 2, debt and consumption. Let's talk about why we keep falling into the new car trap. Here's how it works. Every time you pay something off, society convinces you that it's time for an upgrade. Your phone's paid off, time for the latest model. House mortgage stable, you need a bigger one. Your car's working fine, but it's not new anymore. This cycle keeps people financially trapped. When you finance a car, you're not just paying for transportation, you're paying to stay in the system. And the moment you stop caring about upgrades, you win, because a paid off car means no stress, no bank breathing down your neck, no worrying about job loss or ruining your finances. Then we have cost of impressing strangers. Most people buy expensive cars not because they need them, but because they want to impress other people. Think about it. How many times have you admired a car on the road? You thought, wow, that's a nice car. And then you completely forgot about it like 3 seconds later. Yet people are out there spending over $60,000 on cars just to impress strangers who don't even care. Meanwhile, the real financial winners are driving their old paid off cars while their bank accounts get fatter. That's the real flex. In the meantime, if you want to feel like a financial winner, hit the like button. It's the easiest way to show YouTube that this video isn't completely useless, plus it helps me make more content. Now, moving on to the third reason, the hidden cost of a new car ownership. A new car doesn't just cost more upfront, it drains your money in sneaky ways. Number 1 is payments. As we discussed earlier, around $800 per month is standard for a new car. That's $48,000 over 5 years. Now let me blow your mind. If instead of that type of car payment, let's say you bought an old car with monthly payments of only $300 and you invested rest $500 per month in stock market, which is earning 10% annually on average. Now, after adjusting for inflation, your investment value would grow to $35,500 in 5 years, $155,000 in 15 years, and $584,000 in 30 years. And again, this is inflation adjusted before you scream the word inflation in the comments. Literally, this one decision, driving an old car instead of a new one, can be the difference between retiring rich or working forever. Number 4, the true freedom of an old car. Driving an old car is not just about saving money. It's a complete shift in your mindset. It teaches you to prioritize reliability over status, focusing on a car that actually gets you where you need to go rather than a trophy to show off. When you own an old car, you also gain financial independence. You're not at the mercy of car loans, banks, or dealerships. You get to decide how you spend your money rather than constantly paying for something that holds no real value. And here's the real kicker. The money you save on your car payments, you can save it, invest it, or spend it on things that actually matter to you. Compare that to buying a new car, which often forces you into extra work hours or side gigs just to keep up with the payments. With an old car, you can reclaim that time, use it to build new skills, grow a side business, or simply spend more quality time with your family. Because when you buy a new car, it doesn't just drain your bank account, it steals time from your life, the time you'll never get back. Now, what's the real definition of luxury? Most people think luxury is a new car, an expensive watch, or a big house, but real luxury is peace of mind. Think about it, a new car makes you look rich, an old car makes you actually rich, and that's the difference. At the end of the day, driving an old car is a symbol of freedom. You're not following society's expectations, you're making choices based on logic, not peer pressure. True luxury, it's not in those leather seats or touchscreen dashboards. It's knowing how to get the best value out of something and living life on your terms. Now, final question for you. If you had to drive one car for the next 10 years, what would it be? Drop it in the comments and watch this video for more valuable contents just like this, and I'll see you in the next one.